all through lockdown, I had to keep reminding myself that other people have it worse than I did. That's what got me through. Because I was thinking the people who had it worse were those who were like polyamorous. Just because I thought they had no one to tell they were polyamorous to for 8 months. It's like, we get it, guys. Okay, you like fedoras and you dress like a street magician. We understand. No one dresses like Emily Strange that much. We get it. Like, so I'm at an age where like polyamorous is kind of a newish term. You hear it a lot more. When I was a lot younger, it was swingers. They called themselves swingers. And every swinging couple I ever met were the same. It was like one of them really loved sex and the other one just liked to cater for large groups. And that's every single one.
I look like you got like wet after midnight and I've spawned out of you. I'm dressed exactly like you tonight. This is weird.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you at a funeral. Because you do a lot of hosting now and there's more on a host than there is.
Yeah.
For anyone who hasn't been to a comedy night, you're the one that's doing the most amount of work, usually for the least amount of credit from the audience.
Yeah, so often you get as a host, you should actually try comedy. You were as funny as those. And I'm like, thank you. And that's good. It means that it's all run smoothly and the acts are the star. They're the champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I said you don't get a lot of accolades from the audience when you host, it is fun because you feel like you get to know them.
Yes. And also you get to have another shot. That's the other thing with being MC. You're always on edge. I hear a big laugh. Is that being finished? A Friday night in a boozy place, it's like, I don't want to have to go out there again. I've done my time. But then somewhere like this where it's nice and the people who come here are really nice, it's always great to go, oh, great, I get to come out and say hi again.
Because for those who don't know, I'm from Tasmania. I say that in all my shows just so the audience just goes, shh, he's doing a good job, okay? So I'm from a place called Burnie. Has anyone ever been to Burnie? Has anyone been to Burnie? You went to Burnie. What made you go to Burnie?
I'm Tasmania.
You asked whereabouts in Tassie are you from? That's real. Like, this is how I describe Burnie for those who don't know. You will know this. So Tassie is like, Burnie compared to Tassie is like, do you know when you have guests coming over to your house and you make the room, like the house spotless and you tidy up every room, but there's always that one room that you just close the door and dump all your shit in there? That's Burnie, isn't it? That is Burnie. Like, that is... Burnie's just a room full of unfolded washing, like unwashed cups and homophobes. Just get in there. Anyway.
Well, then how do you get from Burnie to performing Melbourne comedy?
I did the Hobart Comedy Festival and met a lovely woman called Janet McLeod who said, you should do comedy in Melbourne. I can get you spots, because I was moving over here. And so I did my first ever Melbourne spot on that stage.
I always did like too, and this might sound strange to people who don't know necessarily stand-up comedy that well, that in rooms, there are rooms where we get up, we try new material, but you don't get paid.
Yeah.
But Janet was always really good. She's like, here's the cash. It was in an envelope. I felt like I was a professional.
It was like Chinese New Year, because she gave you a little red envelope at the end of every night. It was like, oh, thanks, Janet.
I think the only people with a weirder father-son relationship than Jesus and Joseph would have been Sigmund Freud and his dad. You know, after Freud released the paper saying every son wants to have sex with their mum, that's a weird phone call home. That is like just... Oh, Dad, you answered. I thought Mum would. Yeah, I bet you did, little pervert. Oh, what? What was that, Dad? Oh, nothing, mate. Just one of me classic slips of the tongue. You know me classic slips... Oh, I'm always doing those slips of the tongue. Anyway, here's your mum. Anyway, so...